Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brennan again, on my way to the gym for BBSM Cycle 3 Week 7 Squat Day. So today starts Week 7. Squat Day should be interesting today. I think I have my first working set of 465 for 2 reps, although it might be 485. I think it's 465 for 2 reps. And then I have 3 sets of 500 for 2 reps each. So this is going to be interesting to me only because up until literally like 3 or 4 months ago, 500 was my max. I think when I did my powerlifting meet at the end of September, beginning of October, I got 510, which was a PR for me. So basically doing almost 100% for reps of 2 for 3 sets should be fairly interesting. And yesterday when I woke up too, I had like a strained abductor / groin. I don't know what the hell it was, just felt all tight up in there. But it's always funny how those injuries seem to pop up or the excuses start to pile up right before leg day. So I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue today. I'm going to give it my best, and obviously you guys are going to see because I'm going to film it. I also will be using my gangsta wraps today, courtesy of Mark Bell, something I picked up. So I've been picking up a couple of toys here and there for the gym bag, some goodies if you will. So I'm going to try those out today. I'll do a video on those later, but just in case you notice my big blue wrist wraps, just know that they are gangsta wraps from Mark Bell and howmuchyoubench.net. So let's get to the workout. We'll see you guys soon. All right, so it looks like it was in fact 465. Now pay close attention to my elbows right here before I unrack the bar. You can see they go forward about an inch, and this is something I've really been trying to work on. That is forcing my elbows in and under to try to get my upper body as tight as possible. I feel this has really helped with my lifts because creating a tight upper back is really important in my opinion in moving some heavier weights. So there you see 465 for 2 before jumping into sets of 500. Now one of the things I should say for this is that I've only really attempted to squat over 500 pounds 4 times previous to this. Twice it was 500 for singles of 1 on separate occasions. Once at 510 pounds in my powerlifting meet for PR, and then a previous time at 520 in the gym, which you guys saw as well. So this is my 5th time ever, first time doing multiple reps. And they actually go pretty smooth in my opinion, considering that this is something new for me. I think my depth was okay here. So now I was feeling pretty good actually, because I was really worried about this, as I tend to do from time to time. But knowing that I could get the weight was a huge mental relief. So went here for the second set. Again, the goal was to get 2 reps, walk it out. One of the things I've been having trouble on with these really heavy squat sets is getting a good belly full of air. I find like I can't get a deep enough breath. But here you see the first rep goes okay. Second rep, probably not as smooth as the first set, but that's okay because again, we're going into uncharted territory here. And then finally, we're going to move on to the third and last working set. And for this, I got a little bit of a different angle just because I figured you're probably bored of seeing the same thing over and over again, considering we're using the same amounts of weight. So again, this is 500, 495 in plates, and then those 2 clips add an extra 5 pounds combined. Again, the goal was 2 reps here, and I was feeling pretty tired at this point. And here you get a little bit better view of my elbows and how I'm trying to tuck them in and push them forward and really create a tight upper back. I think I'm doing a pretty good job here. So the second rep, a little bit of a struggle, but it was still completed, so this is good. So I got all my sets and my reps of that. I then moved on to pause squats, and I filmed each of the 3 working sets for pause squats. The first one here is 365, and the goal is to get 4 reps. Now again, for the pause squats, what Dan wants me to do is go high bar and move my stance in a little bit. So this is different because traditionally I do a low bar type hybrid, at least as low as I can get, and a little bit wider of a stance. So for this one, I move my stance in, put the bar a little bit higher up, and in this case, go for 4 pause reps. All right, so now we're moving on to our second set, bump the weight up 20 pounds. Goal here was to get 3 reps. So again, this is 385, going for a pause. These pause sets are really interesting because you always think that when you pause in the hole in your mind, it seems like forever, but then watching them on film, they're really not that long. Well, I mean, they're decent, but they're not terribly long. But it felt good still, and these are supposed to be explosive, and trust me, I'm pushing and trying to explode as fast as I can, so she said, but it's really tough. And then the last final working set of these pause squats, 405. Again, the goal here was to get 2 to 3 reps, and anytime Dan does this in the programming, I always try to at least get the maximum number of reps, just because I feel like the more rep work I do, the better it's going to be. So we did get a full 3 reps, and I kind of tried to pause a little bit longer on this set. And we got all 3, so that was good. I then followed up with working up to a 6 rep max on stiff-legged deadlifts. I had this about a week or 2 ago as well, and I got 405 for 6. So my goal this time was to get 415 for 6. So the progression I went with was 225 for 6, then 315 for 6, and then finally 415 for 6. And for this, I didn't wear a belt my first 2 sets, but this third one, because it was more of a rep max, I wanted to wear my belt. It felt really tough, and you can tell by my face that it was in fact really tough, but still got the work done, so I'm glad, especially considering all the heavy squat work we did. I then want to show you my friend Sam. You guys saw him in the background before. This is a PR for him, a beltless PR. 3 reps. I think his previous best was actually only 1 or 2 reps with a belt with this, so he's really working on this. I think he's going to do a bodybuilding show in the future. He's a high schooler, but he's been making some great progress. But that's the workout for the day. I also did some pull-ups and hanging leg raises, but didn't film it because, let's face it, that's boring compared to what else you saw. As always, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and stay big.